Hello everyone and welcome back to One D&D with Acarius. So you guys kind of saw in the last part that we were going over what One D&D was and character origins and some of the things that came with it. This right here is an interview with one of the people making One D&D for everybody and getting their feedback on it. It's an hour-long interview, so if you'd like to go ahead and check it out, I'll go ahead and put the link down below in the description. But I wanted to go over the FAQ and some of the other things that came out with it. Some of the highlights that I gathered from here were just some of the things I said, like some of the things we were talking about the last part, that it's built around us and it's made for us. And as you can see right there, it says the current feedback survey is now closed, but it does stay out for a certain amount of time when they come out with these things. So, in D&D Beyond, you just go over here to sources, here to One D&D. It has all other sources as far as any of these source material books, whether it's character creation or campaigns, it's all there. But again, in sources, it's under here and updated September 1st is One D&D. So I want to go over the FAQ, like I said, and just check a couple things out. And I can't remember how long that video was, but yeah, so let's just go over it. It says Wizards Presents offered you a glimpse into the future of D&D, codenamed One D&D. It will come out with new rules for D&D and digital play experience to level up your tabletop gaming. We also announced physical and digital product bundling for Dragonlance Shadow Dragon Queen. We're sure that you've been left with plenty of questions. We're excited to share more details on the great things coming to D&D. Below you'll find the FAQ on One D&D, D&D Digital, and product bundling. And all of this right here is just to get started. So again, general information would be all of this, feedback and playtesting. We're going to go through all of that right now. So what is One D&D? Again, it's what they say is the next generation of D&D, and it's supposed to bring everything that we loved about, the original D&D experience until now, and cutting out all the crap. We don't want any of the things that we didn't like. Primarily things that made it feel like it didn't belong as part of D&D. Which again, they gave a backwards compatible... Forgive me, I just got off work not too long ago. My brain's still a little bit fried. But it's... Again, it's supposed to be combining everything that we love about D&D and giving it one solid playthrough of everything that we like. It's a smorgasbord of everything we love. So, rules. It takes what we love about 5th edition and updates the rules of the game to reflect the feedback we've heard from players and where the game is today. Again, like I told you, where it was before, where you went into sources and in here, where it said that that feedback window is closed, is because it'll only give you a certain amount of time for feedback for whatever parts come out. Like I said, the only thing they updated was this FAQ. They went and put in the interview for Unearthed Arcana, which was amazing because Unearthed Arcana isn't something that we usually use in D&D anymore. Most of the time, it's a really unreliable, as far as most DMs say, source material for D&D, because it hasn't been sanctioned by D&D yet until now. But yeah, most DMs were like, nah, if we're gonna do a homebrew campaign, we might as well just go ahead and come up with our own stuff for it. Which really kind of sucked, because as somebody that loves to play a sorcerer, there was a Phoenix Sorcerer subclass. There we go. Again, my brain is fried. It's Sorcerer subclass that was called a Phoenix Sorcerer. and it went off of two of the things that I loved playing as a, what was it? I'll pull it up right now on my character thing. It's the very specific type of sorcerer where I was playing with what I call my god character, Divine Sorcerer. Yeah, so you got everything that you liked about having the ability to go ahead and heal yourself and others from a cleric because you can pick from their pool, but also the capabilities of a sorcerer itself while playing the game, which I really liked. And so that's, I would normally pick Divine Sorcery. But the Phoenix Sorcerer was the one that would have given me a little bit more personalization that way. But it's all good. So D&D Beyond. This will be the platform for your digital D&D collection content and tools. Again, all that stuff can be found up here. There's all the game rules for all the classes, spells, everything you need for different pieces on your characters and the way that you would play the game. D&D Digital Play Experience. Again, this isn't a video game. This is a digital enhancement. You know, just like you would normally go ahead and instead of maybe casting to a TV, you can use a projector where it gives you a bigger picture. It's kind of like that, where you don't have to use a very specific play style for your game. It just includes everything that you would want for it. So it says, in early development, D&D Digital will offer an immersive player experience, rich creation tools for dungeon masters, and a connected space for DMs and players to get together and play D&D, which is nice. I really like that. It's like playing a video game, but it isn't a video game, if you know what I mean. Like, it would be different if, you know, there was like a chess video game, but instead you have the digital experience of playing chess with somebody else on a computer. You know, that's kind of the equivalent of what they're trying to do here. Is One D&D introducing a new edition of D&D? And they say it's bigger than that, because they were thinking about 6th edition and how that might look in comparison to everything else, but then somebody suggested, hey, why don't we just combine everything we love anyways? That way we're not really changing any rules, but we're giving them a bigger experience than just a new edition. So that's what this is. And they said, One D&D will usher in the next generation of D&D with new and more comprehensive versions of the core rulebooks that millions of players have enjoyed for the past decade. The rules will be backward compatible with 5th edition adventures and supplements, and offer players and dungeon masters new options and opportunities for adventure. The evolution of 5th edition has shown us less important to create new additions to the game, more important to grow and expand the game you love with each new product. Again, exactly what I was just saying. And so, what does backward compatible mean? It says the 5th edition adventures and supplements will work with One D&D. For example, if you want to run Curse of Strahd in One D&D, the book will work with the new versions of the core rulebooks. So, like they said, with the Unearthed Arcana that they put in for the character creation, some of that is just new and enhanced rules that they've been working with, and they'll go ahead and replace other ones that haven't worked quite as well. So, some examples like that could be, you know, advantage versus disadvantage. Attacks based off of those and the effectiveness of others. You know, it could just be something really simple or as big as, well, I mean, they're not going to, but they could change what like a monster would do as far as like, okay, red dragons now shoot lightning instead of fire. Again, they're not. That's a core part of what a dragon, specifically red dragon, would do. But it's kind of what they're doing is thinking of new things and changing how we play the game. I did hear that potentially one monster may or may not be getting a difference in like attacks, but we'll see. You never know. I just think it's for the rules at least that they're doing for now, but other things will change with that naturally with other rules. So it says, our goal is for you to keep enjoying the content you already have and make it even better. You'll see in this action through the playtest materials, which you'll be able to provide feedback on. Which I did. I told them that I liked it, and I really appreciate that they're creating new and interesting ways to keep the game alive for us. I said, what is changing with the One D&D rules? There may be fundamental updates to D&D that we will collect your feedback on. In the upcoming Unearthed Arcana playtest content, you'll see proposed updates to character backgrounds, races, classes, feats, information presentation, and more. Ultimately, the answer is what will change depends on what we hear from you throughout the One D&D playtest. So like I said, if I liked it, I liked it. I told them that. And if a lot of people like what they have given out, or even if one person's like, hey, maybe we might tweak this, they'll put it out there, and over the next couple of years, we'll go ahead and expand and build on things that people do and do not love. So when will the One D&D rules be released? The new core rulebooks are expected to be released in 2024. I'm buying them immediately. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to be getting every single one of those books and either keeping it in D&D Beyond or buying them paperback, which I do love too. So where can I find out more and stay up to date on the latest One D&D news? To keep up to date on One D&D, sign up for D&D Beyond. It doesn't cost anything. You can go ahead and spend money on different books. Like Basic Rules are free. Sage of Ice Compendium is free. Lost Mine of Phandelver is free. That's the opening adventure for D&D with the the new player guide and kit that you can buy at Walmart and most other stores. So you can keep those for free. That's totally fine. All these other books like Player's Handbook, DM's Guide, Monster Manuals, Anathars, Tasha's, everything, all of that costs money, which eventually I will get, but right now I'm not. I have them all in book form. I really don't need them in digital until I get there, but again, it says, then hop into your account settings and update your email preferences to give communications from D&D Beyond. You will expect news on One D&D roughly monthly. I will be updating my email preferences, and actually let's go ahead and potentially give you that. So I will go new product announcements, new feature updates, and special offers. And it's that simple. We're good. But yeah, back to the FAQs. So feedback and playtesting. It says, how do I access One D&D playtest materials? It says, log in with your D&D Beyond account and head over to One D&D claim page to unlock the Unearthed Arcana playtest materials. And that was what we were on when I first started the video. So if you'd like, again, it is up here in sources, One D&D. Just to show you guys one more time, it's up in here. All you gotta do is click the character origins and download the PDF. That's what the play content is. Again, feedback survey is now closed, but when the next part comes out, we'll be able to go ahead and give our feedback on that, which I'll go ahead and cover again in another video. It says that you will then see the One D&D compendium found under sources menu where you can download the playtest and respond to the latest survey, which again I just explained. It says, how do I submit my feedback on One D&D? So you'll be able to submit feedback via a survey link in the One D&D compendium. Surveys will be available roughly 2 weeks after a new playtest packet has been released and made live for a period of 2 weeks. This is the same process we previously followed for Unearthed Arcana, which it was, as you guys saw in the first video that I put out for all this. That was what I was explaining. And it says, the latest Unearthed Arcana for One D&D explored new character creation options. The most recent survey is closed, and we will notify users when the next one opens, which now I will get via email when they go ahead and upload those for you guys. And for me too. It says, what will I be providing feedback on? Roughly every month new playtest content will release on D&D Beyond. Each new playtest will cover rules on a different subject, from player classes to subclasses to game mechanics. Again, other things that they'll go ahead and update for us and see about just building on. This is how long will the One D&D rules be playtesting? Says we expect playtests to continue through the end of 2023. How long it ultimately lasts will depend on what we hear from you. Which, again, they expect it to be released in 2024, but like, it's not a video game. But with other video games, if you need to push it back a little bit because beta testers found different bugs, or they wanted to put a new idea in there and then continue playtesting it, that's essentially what this is without being an actual video game. So where can I find people to play test with? If you want to play test but don't have a group to play with, or your current D&D group is not interested, visit the D&D Beyond Discord and D&D Discord and post suddenly looking for players or looking for group channels. I didn't know that. That's wonderful. I would love to go ahead and do that. So it says digital play experience. What is that? D&D Digital is in early development. It will be a virtual play space that allows Dungeon Masters to create truly immersive campaigns and players to enjoy a D&D experience where we offload a set of rules referencing. Our goal is to make D&D more immersive, faster, more fun, easier to play, and easier to create in. You know, most people like us will go ahead and use, Roll20. It's a great site that I like using too, where you can use different tools within the confines of that website, and you can build your own world on like a 2D map, and it's not like a 3D good immersive experience like they're trying to do with D&D, like One D&D, but it's good enough for us to be able to play the game and go, okay, this is where my character is in relation to the game, and we have different options over here to help us play. It enhances it a little bit, but One D&D is trying to do that on a whole new scale. And they're using the Unreal Engine, which most video games are using, and enhances the play. So that's why I'm super excited about it. It says, what is the difference between the D&D digital playtest? Sorry, again, brain's still fried. Between the D&D digital play experience and D&D Beyond. This is intended to be an immersive digital experience for your D&D sessions. It will be integrated with D&D Beyond, which will continue to offer tools for reference and play. So what about all the other digital tools I use to play D&D? Whatever tools you love using, keep using them. Our goal is to make the best digital play experience for D&D, and just like everything else in D&D, everything is optional. Which it still is. I mean, even with this, like I said before, people use their own specific homebrew rules and ideas and monsters, but realistically, a lot of this is just simply off the books if you really want to. Even like I have a house rule that if you roll a dice and it falls off the table, it's immediately a 1. It doesn't matter if it's damage dice, d20, percentage, I don't care. If it rolls off the table, it's a 1. And a lot of people are okay with that because they really need to keep it on the table. A lot of people need to see exactly what you rolled and keep going. But there's nowhere in the D&D rule set where it says that you have to play that way. So I think this is really just giving everybody an experience to be like, look, if you want to keep doing what you're doing, that's cool. We're just going to give this to you as a tool, which I really like and appreciate. And it says, when will the D&D digital play experience begin playtesting? This experience is still in early development. Everything we've shown is pre-alpha. We expect to start showing more to players with a closed beta later in 2023. I would love to be a beta tester for that. I beta tested for Pokemon Go, and it was a lovely experience. I would love to go ahead and play test the digital play experience. So, D&D, if you're watching, hit me up, please. I have more questions about the D&D play experience. We know players have a lot of questions after getting an exciting first look at D&D Digital. What you saw is still a prototype and in early development. Expect us to share more details when they're ready. Which they will. They always will. Any update that they have, they're going to go ahead and upload directly to D&D Beyond. And like we saw up here, where you can go ahead and update your email preferences, you will always get those, as now I will too. So it says digital and physical product bundles. It said, what are they? We're excited to offer our first ever selection of specially priced bundles that will give you a physical copy and a digital copy of D&D Beyond for the upcoming books Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Our first offering is now live on D&D Store. I'm not going to go ahead and buy it now, but we will go ahead and cover that in another video when I do. So can I expect more D&D products to offer physical and digital bundles? Yes, we want to deliver on this ask. Right now, we're in the test and learn phase. Join us on this first foray and expect more in the future. For now, we're not quite ready to commit to every book getting a bundle, which makes sense. I mean, when they did D&D originally for 5th edition, they went ahead and started doing bundles like the Player's Handbook, DM's Guide, and Monster Manual. It's the only 3 things that you technically do need for a D&D campaign. But if you want to expand more on it, and, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Vol's Guide to Monsters, anything you want to go ahead and enhance your experience, like we've been hearing, is all optional but free to go, or not free, but you know what I mean, like free, figure of speech, free to go ahead and check out. And you said, you called this bundle a test. What are you testing? We are testing everything from distribution methods and quantities to bundle content. We thought it was important to call this out as a test because you should expect things to change over the next 2 years while we work on bringing more D&D in more ways and to more people. Which, yeah, makes sense. And does the bundle come with pre-order perks? Yes, all pre-order perks you would receive on D&D Beyond are included in this bundle. A pre-order perk exclusive to this bundle is early access to the Shadow of the Dragon Queen on D&D Beyond. Players who pre-order the bundle will also be able to access the D&D Beyond digital book starting November 22nd, which is in about a month, so that's really nice. How do I redeem my product on D&D Beyond? When you purchase a bundle, you'll be asked to provide an email address at checkout. You will later receive instructions via that email to access a code that grants you early access to the product on D&D Beyond. Your code can be redeemed here. And again, when I go ahead and make the video where I buy the bundle up there, we'll go ahead and cover that in another video. So if I have purchased a bundle on D&D Beyond that discounts products, will that discount apply to this bundle? No, those discounts only apply to products purchased directly on the D&D Beyond website. Which does make sense. I mean, you want to go ahead and make sure that your discounts and the bundle itself are kind of separate, depending on what you're actually buying. So is there a way to get this bundle and support my local game store? We love our friendly local game stores, and we know you do too. But at present, this pre-test bundle is limited to online purchase directly from D&D store. It is not available through any other store or marketplace. Again, makes sense. They're exclusively playtesting it, so they don't want to release it to the public just yet. After 2024, that will be a very different story, obviously. But they'll have to go ahead and playtest everything and check it out first. Since I already pre-ordered my book physically or digitally on D&D Beyond, can I swap it for the bundle? We do not have any upgrade pass to the bundle at this time. You would need to work with that outlet to request a refund, which again makes sense. You can't really just say, hey, I bought this, but let me trade it in now because I've already seen this. No. But those are all the FAQs, and again, I just want to go ahead and play this trailer for you guys.
A thrilling adventure, one we play together as dungeon master and players, but also an adventure itself. Now, we stand at the start.
We go through and we see, kind of what they're talking about.
Generational, that people can really just not only share, but literally.
Edition was
trying to get to the point where it's going to show us the digital experience like we were talking about.
Versions of the books that are the game but reflect where the game is presently.
One D&D has 3 pillars, and one is the rule set, which is built on the base of 5th edition, but updated.
We're building upon the rules that have been established. the storytelling and expanding our world and our rule system. When we say building on top of 5th edition, what we mean is that all the adventures and supplements that have been released in the past 10 years will still be playable with the new evolution of D&D.
And that's what they were talking about with the backwards compatibility of it all.
It's finally something we can do. Your content is available anywhere you want it, and you have those physical books, but you've got nice portable versions that you can access through your phone.
Again, on D&D Beyond, like, as you saw just right there, I was actually able, when I created my character, I rolled the dice physically on the website too. So it was a lot of fun. I really like D&D Beyond.
Our future-facing aspect of this is the D&D Digital, which will become a full
here it
play
is.
space.
You see, that is not a video game. That is a video game elements being brought to you on a digital platform that gives it a very different experience. You know, video games have goals, they have quests, they have side missions that lead you to certain places, they have the NPCs that are programmed to do a very certain thing. The digital experience that these guys are trying to do does aspects of those, but it doesn't do it to the full experience of a video game. You know, I can't just pick up a controller like this and go ahead and play that. You know, I can't just go, okay, well, I want to play One D&D today. Let me go get my controller and let my friends know I'm online and just check it out. No, you're still playing D&D like you would at a table, but it's just in a digital experience that presents the world and the campaign like it's supposed to be ran, which is wonderful. Like, I look at this
For you to
and
have
it's
experiences that
gorgeous.
are more immersive. Right now, we're in early development of our digital
Like,
experience.
look at that. Look at the details just on the character alone. The fact that you can go ahead and say, look, I'm going to put all 3 of my health potions right here. I'm going to have a superior health potion here. Here's my weapon. This is what my character looks like. He has, you know, accessories in his beard. He's a dwarf, naturally. You know, he has a certain type of armor. This is what his clothes would look like. You know, you can,
We can play a
put
game, roll
your
some dice,
characters
see the miniatures
in this
moving around
game.
in a 3D play space, but that's just the core
It's
of it.
so beautiful. Like, and the monsters and everything. Like, it is going to literally take every campaign that you love and go ahead and go here. Boom, out in the open. You can see Strahd's face as you go and punch it. You know, it really doesn't matter what it's going to physically be, as long as I can go ahead and go, okay, I don't have to go and buy a miniature like I love, but I can put it in the game and design it the way that I would want to. That's what we're looking for.
We chose the Unreal,
But
the Unreal Engine for
That's
several
so
reasons.
beautiful.
Make it look dope.
And it does.
That's the first thing. Number 2 is take care of the lazy DM, because we're all lazy DMs. Ease of use means being able to access all of the tools that you need in order to get the...
Yeah, it's a beautiful experience, and I
features to
wanted to
what you
show, again, what it looked
with it,
like,
and you're gonna
but
use this
it's wonderful. I'm so excited. And again, I'll keep everybody updated on whatever happens, but thank you so much for all the support on my videos and exploring through this with me. It does warm my heart. I do really like making this content for you, and if you like what you see, go ahead and comment down below. What kind of character would you create in One D&D when it finally launches? You know, depending on what subclasses and everything they might come out with is irrelevant. What now do we have in place that you love playing and you would love to see in One D&D? Like I said, comment down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you like what you see. A lot more of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed than are. But it would help a lot and support the channel greatly if you did subscribe and hit the notification bell. I am going to upload very regularly soon. I'm getting through all the kinks of getting this taken care of, launching a new channel, and working full-time at my normal job. But I promise it is coming, and stability will happen. I have a schedule written over here that I'm going to go ahead and try to keep to, and I'm going to try to keep finishing the series that I have. But I do appreciate all of your support, and thank you for being on this journey with me. It really does. I can't explain it. Love you guys, and I will see you in part 3 of One D&D with Acarius. Peace. Y'all have a good one.